Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. I'm Ollie and this is Turner's Workshop. And in this week's video, I've got a nice little upcycling project. So here I have an old 2-port valve, which I salvaged out of the skip. And I thought, you know what, that could make a nice table lamp. So I'm going to be attempting to turn this into an industrial looking table lamp in this video. The valve's going to be the main body of the lamp. And then I've also got this blanking plate which was being thrown away, and I'm going to use this as a base piece. So my plan is to have this as the base, and then I'm going to weld this on here. Bit of welding in this video, hence I'm wearing my Artec t-shirt. Let's get miggy with it. I've got this cable which I salvaged off of an old tool that was being thrown away. It's pretty good quality cable. I've got this old rocker switch which I've had lying around for a while, so let's use that. And I've got some bolts as well. So let's put all this together and see how it looks. This is going to be an experimental project. I like trying out new things. As always, safety glasses, gloves, ear defenders, and I've even got the guard on my grinder. I start by using my flap disc on a grinder just to clean up the back of this blanking plate. I'm going to be welding bolts through most of these holes, so it's much easier to clean up the blanking plate before we've welded the bolts in, or else we'd have to use a grinder to go all around the bolts and it's just going to be a faff. I then clamp the blanking plate to my bench so I can cut off all of the bolts that are sticking through, so that they're flush with the blanking plate. It's time to get miggy with it. Let's unleash the MIG 180 by Artec. This is a fantastic little welding machine. It's highly capable, great for beginners and professionals alike. So if you're in the market for getting a welding machine, I'd highly recommend the MIG 180. I made a review video about this machine on my channel if you're interested. I show you how to set it up and we test out all the different functions. But for now we've got the settings dialed right down because I'm going to be using it to fill in the gap around the edge of these bolts. It's probably best you didn't see that welding actually, because it was a bit shit. So let's just grind this off and I'll try again on the next one. It takes me a few attempts to get the welding machine dialed in properly. You can hear it's a little bit crackly, and that's because we need to up the wire speed a little bit. After upping the wire speed a touch, you can hear it sounds like sizzling bacon, and that's perfect. That's just what we want. That's better. I've left the bolt heads on one side of this base which will act as the feet, and then there's one hole in there for the switch to come through. we can feed the cable through the bottom of the valve. That'll go on there. Using my grinder, I clean up the edge I'm going to be welding, and I put a little bevel on it so it gives somewhere for the weld to sit. I measure to make sure the valve is in the centre of the base piece, and then I weld the 2 flanges to the base. Now I'm debating whether I should grind this weld off so it just looks like it melts into the base, or do I leave the weld there? Decision made, I decided to grind the weld off. So I gently just tap down the weld and try and mould it into the base piece so it looks like the valve's melted into the base. And then I just use a flap disc to clean it up so it all blends in. I then flip it over and spray paint the bottom of the lamp, and that's just to stop it going rusty, and it gives it a layer of protection. I want to keep the patina look on the valve, so I put a bag over it and then just spray the sides, and then use my heat gun to cure the paint. I just need to paint the base on this side now. After applying the grey primer to the top of the base, I then use a slightly darker grey as a top coat, and I use a piece of card to try and blend it into the valve body so that we don't have any harsh lines. The piece of card just allows a little bit of overspray but not too much, so we avoid the harsh lines, and then it looks like one piece. I snip a piece of cable off which will go between the lamp holder and the switch. I then feed that cable through the top section of the valve and bolt the valve back together. The next step was experimental, a bit of trial and error. I had to come up with a way of attaching my lamp holder to this stainless steel piece. I'd initially planned to solder it to the stainless steel bit, but let me show you what happened when I tried to solder it to the stainless steel. I put a bit of flux on there, which is used to help clean the metals so that the solder sticks to it better. I lit my torch and then started to heat the area I intended on soldering. But as I applied the solder, it just turned into a bead and it didn't really go where I wanted it to. So maybe I should have used a brazing rod or some silver solder instead. Anyway, it's no trouble, there's always another way of doing things. So I start off with a bolt and then I drill a hole all the way through it for the cable to come through. It would obviously be much easier and neater to use a lathe, but I don't have a lathe, so we're using a hand drill instead and just trying to guide the drill bit through as straight as possible. I use a little bit of WD-40 as I go just to keep it cool. That stops the metal overheating and work hardening, because if you overheat the metal then it'll be even harder to drill through. So we want to have our drill bit going slowly and keep it nice and cool to stop it going blunt. The bolt's not quite long enough to go through our coupling piece, so I cut the head of the bolt in half. I just trim it back slightly to make the bolt a little bit longer. There we go, it's not the prettiest looking part, but we can use this to couple the lamp holder to the valve. Yeehaw! Let's lock that in position. Doesn't look very pretty, but at least you can't touch any bare conductors now underneath here. It's completely insulated with glue. That's safe if you ask me. Wow, look at that. Now I just need to try and find a lampshade for it. I want to look for a distressed vintage looking lampshade. So I'm going to go and have a look around the charity shops and see what I can find now. Thought you might want to come along. Let's go see what we can find.
You've got a problem, my love. What? There are at least 2 of those jigsaws, I think. That one. Yeah.
After lots of hunting around various charity shops, I couldn't find a suitable lampshade for my valve lamp. So I'm going to carry on looking. I did, however, find this nice vintage looking leather jacket. I'm really pleased with this. It's so warm and it's going to be great for riding my motorbike. So yeah, very happy with this jacket. And you never guess how much I paid for it. Go on, have a guess. 25 quid. That's all I paid for this. It doesn't smell too bad either, considering I got it from the charity shop. No one's been smoking in this. One careful owner. The nut caps have finally arrived, brown ones. There we go, perfect. After a lot of hunting round, I finally managed to find a lampshade, which I think looks quite nice with this. I also went online and bought one off of Amazon, again, which I think it gives it a different kind of style. And I want to do a little comparison, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think looks best, which combination looks best with this valve lamp. So first of all, the charity shop find. This was only a few pounds, but I quite like it. Simple little lampshade, and it doesn't take away from the valve body itself, which is the main feature of the lamp. So let's put the bulb in there. There we go. The other option we have is this geometric style cage lampshade, and I got this one off of Amazon, so it doesn't really go with the theme of upcycling and reusing materials, unfortunately, but I saw this and I thought it would go quite nicely with the valve body, and I think it works well. So there are our 2 options. Unless you've got any other ideas, let me know in the comments. We got this one or this one, or perhaps we could put this on here and then we get the best of both. What do you think? Nah. The big bulb I've ordered for this has finally arrived, so let's open it up, see what it's like. Hopefully it fits in there. It is quite massive. Look at that. Oh, is it? You're f***ing joking me. It doesn't fit. I'm gonna have to send it back and get a slightly smaller one. No chance, is there? So there we have it. That's my upcycled valve lamp project. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some inspiration for your own projects. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you click the little alarm bell, you will get notifications when I post new videos. And YouTube's also got this hype feature now. So if you could hype the video up so more people see it, that would be absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate that. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, bye for now.